I have just been playing around with Midjourney version 6 and I'm pleasantly surprised at what it can create. Now what I actually did was take some of my old prompts, plug them into V6 to see what I could get, and as we can see the results are pretty good. Now what I'm going to do is share with you all the information about Midjourney V6, how to set it up. Then we're going to take a look at all of these colouring pages, and I'll also share all of the prompts that I used to create these. So, Midjourney version 6 actually got released yesterday. Now what we're going to do is just have a little read through this, and then I'll show you how you can easily turn on V6 over in Midjourney. Now if you're already a part of the Midjourney Discord, then what you want to do is always come over into Discord, come to announcements, and then you can see all of the new announcements. Now this one, version 6, let's have a little read. So it says, "Hi everyone, we're going to let the community test an alpha version of our V6 model over the winter break, starting tonight, which means now. Now to turn it on, you want to go to the drop down menu under settings or type in --V6 after your prompt. So what's new with the V6 base model? So there's much more accurate prompt following as well as longer prompts, which is perfect because all of my prompts are very descriptive and very long, as you'll see later on in the video. Now there's improved coherence and model knowledge, improved image prompting and remix, minor text drawing ability. So this is pretty cool. This is something that I haven't played around with a lot yet, but I will have some videos coming out very soon because we can now add text to our images here in Midjourney, and they actually look pretty good. Now there's also improved upscalers with both subtle and creative modes, which increases resolution by 2x. Now the following features are supported as well, which is --AR, chaos, weird, tile, stylize, style raw. Another one which I like to use a lot. Very subtle, very strong, remix, blend, describe as well. And then there's a few features just here which aren't supported quite yet. Now style and prompting for V6. So style and prompting for V6. So prompting with V6 is significantly different than V5. You will need to relearn how to prompt. V6 is much more sensitive to your prompt, so you need to avoid junk like award-winning photorealistic 4K and 8K. Be explicit about what you want. It may be less vibey, but if you are explicit, it's now much better at understanding you. If you want something more photorealistic, less opinionated, more literal, you should probably default to using style raw. Again, that's what I like to use myself. Then lower values of stylize, default 100, may have better prompt understanding, while higher values up to 1000 may have better aesthetics. Now, please note that this is an alpha test, so things will change frequently and without notice. Do not rely on this exact model being available in the future, and so on. Now, with that out of the way, let's head on back to Discord, and now let me quickly show you how you can enable version 6. Now, what you can do after every prompt is just put --V6 and that will work. You can also set it as a default setting. So if we come down to here, type in /, then settings, and then if we click on there, click enter, we can now choose it here from the drop down menu. So if we click on there, you can make sure that V6 is enabled, and then you can dismiss the message. Then after every single prompt, it will just automatically put V6. Now, with that out of the way, let's head on back over to Canva and let's take a look at these colouring pages and the prompts which I used. So, the first image is this one just here. We can see just how crisp it looks. There's no grayscale, and it looks like it would be a really great colouring page. Now the prompt which I use for this is this just here. Generate a full page, light grayscale, simple line art colouring page featuring a woman wearing sunglasses and a flower in her hair. Then I have a bunch more information as well. I'm not going to read the whole prompts because they are quite long. Now all of these prompts which I used was actually created with my ultimate colouring page prompt generator. Now this is a lot of information which we feed ChatGPT, then ChatGPT gives us the prompts that we can use in Midjourney. Now I do have a lot of plans coming up in the near future, in the new year, for the ultimate colouring page prompt generator, because there's been a lot of changes recently with AI. But nonetheless, all of these colouring pages were created with my ultimate colouring page prompt generator, and if you want to check it out, there will be a link down in the description below. Now this is the second one, which is a cowgirl, and again this just looks really great. I like the detail and just everything about this page. Now the prompt used was this one. Generate a full page, light grayscale, simple line art colouring page featuring a woman donning, I love that word, donning, a cowboy hat and braids. Then we have a lot more descriptive prompt. Now we can also see at the end of the prompt, which I have, --AR 1722. Now these dimensions are perfect if you're trying to create an 8.5 × 11 colouring book. I then have --style raw. Now when using that, this eliminates Midjourney from being creative and practically gives you exactly what you want. And then we also have obviously the version 6. But that's the second one. The third one is another cowgirl. Now this one was actually created with exactly the same prompt, but looks slightly different. Again, I just really like these colouring pages, and Midjourney is doing a fantastic job. Now the next one is this gangster cat just here, which again looks really good as well. Now the prompt for this was design a simplistic yet captivating teen colouring page that captures a 1920s gangster's cat in a unique cartoon style. And again, just looks really great. I'm really impressed with Midjourney V6. Now I really like the style of this one as well. Now with this I used design a remarkable colouring page that portrays a strong and confident woman in an over-the-shoulder perspective, and it absolutely nailed this. Now the next one is this one just here of a woman holding a tiger cub, which actually turned out pretty well as well. Now this prompt was create a teen colouring page featuring a woman with beautiful long hair tenderly holding a tiger puppy in her arms. And again, we can see that this looks really great. Now the next one, kind of a funny one, giraffe wearing sunglasses with some flowers. Now if we take a look at the prompt of this, it says design a delightful and quirky colouring page that focuses on a giraffe showcasing its style with a pair of sleek sunglasses, and again just looks really great. Now we have this one just here as well. This was something I was playing around with a while back. We can see that this image isn't perfect, but it does look pretty good. This is just a Christmas wreath, and the prompt used was this. Develop a minimalist yet striking adult colouring page centred on a singular motive, a cartoon festive Christmas wreath resplendent with berries, pine cones, boughs and flowers. And again, it does look really good, but we can see there are slight problems with this image. Now the last one is this one just here, where it's like a fox in its den. Now the prompt used for this was develop a simple but charming colouring page presenting a peaceful scene of a fox sleeping snugly in its den. Now again, as we can see, all of these colouring pages turned out pretty good. So if you haven't played around with Midjourney version 6 as of yet, I highly suggest going through and playing around with it. Now, all of the prompts which I also use to create these colouring pages just here, I'll also link them down in the description below, so you can play around with them, change them up, and do whatever you want. Now, if you enjoyed the video, then don't forget to give me a thumbs up, as it really helps out the channel, and if you're not too sure what to watch next, then click right here and watch this playlist.